believe as a Jew that God loves every Palestinian child as much as a Jew. And everyone that died is because of Hamas, Hamas.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, Omar, what you respond to that?
Sure. I mean, first, it is quite rich to hear Rabbi Shmuley complain about anybody interrupting. He's pretty much a three-trick pony. He's either interrupting, or he's lying, or he's smearing people.
Ad hominem. Are you really going to get into ad hominem this early in the debate? Do you really have to personalize it? Deal with the facts, please.
There's the first trick.
Stop the ad hominem attacks.
Trick.
Go ahead.
He's demonstrating it.
Please don't do the ad hominem,
He's demonstrating his first trick for you right now. In fact, Piers, frankly, if your audience watching at home were playing a drinking game in which they took a shot every time he either lied or interrupted, half of your audience would be dead before the program is ended.
This is just ad hominem. Do you know facts or not? Do you want to debate fact or do you want to insult me?
Are you going to keep interrupting? Are you going to keep complaining about interrupting and then do your own interrupting? Are you just going to demonstrate your hypocrisy to everyone on television?
Here we go. Hypocrisy, liar. We know what you think about Jews. Debate the facts. Forget the evil me and debate the facts.
Unbelievable level of hypocrisy.
Omar Baddar does go on to answer Rabbi Shmuley, Unholy Shmuley's questions, but I thought it was important for everyone to see that we need people like Omar Baddar to stand up against people, liars like Rabbi Unholy Shmuley. So I'm glad Omar Baddar was there. I'm glad he put Rabbi Shmuley in his place, and he's going to continue doing that as well as the debate continues. Let's carry on.
You are demonstrating your hypocrisy right now by continually interrupting when you don't like what you're hearing. I'll set the insults if that's even possible with dealing with people like you. Now, Rabbi Shmuley actually fully understands that the reason why there's no electricity in Gaza is because Israel. Can you be quiet? Can you be quiet and let me finish what I have to say? Rabbi Shmuley knows extremely well that the reason why there is no electricity in Gaza is because Israel bombs the infrastructure in Gaza and then puts Gaza under siege and does not allow Palestinians to rebuild their own power plants. They've created a situation of dependence where Gaza cannot survive on its own economically. It has to depend on Israel, and that is by design because Israel wants to be able to shut off the electricity at any point. Rabbi Shmuley knows this, but he tries to play on the uninformed audiences. He takes them for fools and hopes that they won't be able to see through the idiocy that he's actually demonstrating right now.
So now I'm an idiot.
Anybody with a functioning
Come on, any other insults?
will understand very well that the reason why Gaza is not free is because Israel prevents it
Google
from being free.
more personal insults. You can't deal with a single historical fact that I said, so you've called me an idiot, hypocrite, a liar. Let me tell you something. See, this is what we call classic anti-Semitism.
You think your narrative is made up of facts? Are you kidding me?
I quoted to you the Peel Commission, the UN, the Omer deal. You cannot respond to a single one. So what do you have to do? Ad hominem, ad hominem, ad hominem. Deal with me as a person and try to suppress your hatred for Jews. Thank you.
Yes, quiet down. Yeah, again, the smear of anti-Semitism. That's the second trick. Really, if people are taking shots, I mean, try to keep track of how much alcohol they're consuming at this point. So the reason why there has not been a Palestinian state, and by the way, if you're going to pull up Bill Clinton, that's fine. By all means, why don't you try pulling up Jimmy Carter, who's been very clear about the fact that the reason why there has not been a resolution to this conflict is because Israel insists on maintaining an illegal occupation of the Palestinian territories and denies Palestinians any freedom. And so you hear Shmuley here claiming that Israel allows Palestinians to be completely free and have full rights, but that is belied by every single major human rights organization in the entire world. And so Shmuley was basically saying that you have to believe him and Israeli propagandists when it comes to the issue of human rights, instead of believing our own eyes, instead of believing major human rights organizations, and actually documented facts of what is unfolding on the ground. And that is that Palestinians have no freedom, no dignity, no opportunity, all due to Israel squeezing them under a brutal occupation and looking for ways to get rid of them. That is at the core of the so-called conflict.
So Omar Baddar sharing some key information and facts there, but I just want to highlight that we're talking about history and we're talking about Israel. Let's not forget, and I'm going to bang on about this in my future videos as well, that Israel was built on terrorism. Yeah, Israel was built on terrorism. 1946, the King David Hotel bombing. Who was that done by? Menachem Begin blew up the King David Hotel, 1946, killing 91 people. He then later became Israel's Prime Minister. He then later won the Nobel Peace Prize. Menachem Begin's successor was also a convicted terrorist. I urge all of you guys to Google this information. It's all on the internet. These are convicted terrorists who moved into Israeli government, who are now running Israel.